It's CommonWell TV 2022 right here from our Orlando studios, and we're introducing you to some of our CommonWell Health Alliance members. And time now to hear from Human API and their founder and CEO, Andrei Pop. And Andrei, data quality is such a key priority for the Alliance. Why is data quality so critical, not just to improve data exchange, but also to improve equity in healthcare?
First off, thanks so much for having me today. We're super excited to be joining the CommonWell Alliance at Human API. With respect to data quality, we think of data quality as, timeliness of data. We think of it as accurate data, and we think of it as being machine readable. So we know CommonWell has been a leader in all of these things. From our perspective, there are things like the locator service, for example, that allow us to get data in real time where, in a prior world, and probably unfortunately still a vast majority of places, we use fax machines to transact healthcare data in this country. And the reality of, if we want to do all of the fun and interesting and novel things that will improve not just patient care, but the utilization of healthcare data across the entire healthcare landscape, from clinical research to insurance underwriting to new age digital health tools, we cannot have this data be slow. We cannot have it be certainly on paper, right? And so that's when we think of data quality, those are some of the things we think about.
Andrei, complete this phrase for me. Because of interoperability, by 2030, this could happen.
Really, for us, it boils down to two things. The first is consumer experience innovation. And we have to ask this question of, why is interoperability important to begin with? And the first, it's not a goal into itself, in our view. It's rather what types of experiences that unlocks for consumers. And the second, and this is where I'll tell a really, really quick story, which is, viewers may be aware of a company named Twilio. They're now a public company, but when they went public and filed their S1, what they do, for folks that don't know, is they built APIs to essentially modernize and make it simple for folks to send text messages and make phone calls over the internet. And what was really interesting about their public filings when they went public is they had to disclose two customers by name, and those companies were Uber and WhatsApp, respectively. And what was really interesting about that is that neither of those two companies existed when Twilio was founded. So the reason I make that point is that I think besides consumer experience, the first pillar that we're going to unlock with this, the second pillar, we can't really predict. We know that making this tools and this data liquid is going to dramatically change the landscape and enable innovators to build next generation products using this data.
So Human API is one of the newest service adopters of CommonWell. And that said, from a Human API standpoint, why CommonWell?
Another really great question. We've known CommonWell for a long time, and we've worked together and spoken together for a while. And for us, really, most of our customer and partner base is away from the treatment use case. And this is something that CommonWell has championed for a long time. And recently, we've seen more and more adoption of it, meaning the data sharing, not just doctor to doctor, but actually to patients and consumers as well. And we do a lot of work in clinical research. Human API's network is based on consumer permissioned data sharing, and that's how we operate at scale. And we do this for tens of thousands of developers and hundreds of customers across the United States. And so for us, as we've been very excited about this for a long time, as we saw the growth of that adoption start to take hold, meaning that data sharing through CommonWell available, not just to providers, but also to patients and through consumers, we got excited and decided to take the next step.
He's Andrei Pop of Human API, and for more information on them, as well as how your organization can be a part of the CommonWell Health Alliance, we invite you to log on to commonwellalliance.org.